Hi everyone, it's Kerchi. For my toy collection showcase, I'm going to be showing the vintage Beauty and the Beast Polly Pocket. She is from 1997, one of my few and rare Disney Polly Pocket purchases. I only buy these once in a while because they are hard to find and they're very expensive. So once in a while I'll get one, maybe once every 3 to 6 months if I'm being honest at this point. So she is very special. She's in pristine condition and she operates like the Magical Movin Pollyville, where we have the little mechanic here and the figure slides around. We're gonna take a closer look in a few minutes. Each time I do one of these showcases, this is the first time I really get a good look. When these arrive at my house, whenever I make these vintage purchases, I just give everything a quick check to make sure all the figures are there, there's no damages, and if there are, it's been disclosed in the listing on eBay, just things like that. But I don't go through every single thing. I want to wait till my showcase so that it feels more authentic, like you and I are playing with it for the first time. She really is gorgeous. Let's open her up a little bit. This part swings out, and then we have the other part of the castle right here. There she is. And then this part swings out, and there you have it, fully open. We also have all the characters here in this little baggie. So basically Belle moves around in there. It is so satisfying moving her around. I've only ever played with the Magical Movin Pollyville when I was a kid, and it wasn't even mine. I think it was either my sister's or one of my neighbors. I didn't even know that they made a Disney version of that. And they also have other sliding magnetic Polly Pockets as well, so I honestly didn't know they made so many of these types. I also wonder why Polly Pocket and Disney have not had a partnership lately in terms of modern Polly Pockets, because modern Polly Pocket has collaborated with so many other brands and businesses, but I have yet to see it collaborate with Disney, just like this. I wonder if there's bad blood between them. I hope not. And if they did collaborate with Disney, let me know, unless I'm forgetting. Nothing really comes to mind. My memory is bad though, so let me know if they did collaborate with Disney recently. Now let's take a closer look in detail. And here is a close-up of the magical castle. There are so many details in here. It's so gorgeous. This is an original Bluebird design from 1997. First off, we have the outside, and it looks so gorgeous with a cobblestone path. It goes all the way around here, all the way on this side, and down over here in this little cottage. There's a cute little bridge. We have pine trees, grass, flowers, bushes, just so much detail. We even have a little town here. I don't know if this is literally little town full of little people. We can see tiny houses over here. There's a little fountain. At least it looks like a fountain. And here we have this cottage, and it opens up. I believe this is Belle's house. We can see her dad way back there. I haven't seen the movie in a long time, but I think her dad is an inventor. But I guess none of his inventions work. Everybody thinks he's crazy. And there's her bed. This does operate like Magical Movin Pollyville, where she can slide around with the magnet. So the space right here is where she can just nestle right in. And there's a water wheel here. Is that what it's called? Water wheel? I love the details of the water. There's even glitter. So pretty. And then we have this little platform that spins. I think this is where Gaston was kind of chasing Belle to try to woo her. And then we get to the castle. This is Beast's castle. The roof is so shimmery and beautiful. Lots of glitter. And on this part of the roof as well, it's so gorgeous. By the way, this is the only broken piece here. It was disclosed in the listing, but I can just kind of stick it here and it stays for the most part. I'll glue it on later. We have a little balcony here. Lots of entryways into the castle. We have doors, arches, windows all around. Here's the back. There's a mechanism in this hallway. You can slide this around. Here's the other side, more windows. This is the scene where Belle was almost attacked by wolves, and this swings open. And this side. There's a little living room. We have a piano, so cute. Back there we can start to see some of the kooky furniture that comes to life. There's the closet. I forget her name. Does she have a name? There's a vanity, of course, a must-have in every Polly Pocket set. This is the dining table, but that's not Mrs. Potts and Chip. They actually come as a separate character. Back there we have the fireplace and a staircase to the upper level. There's also another chair back there for when you're brooding deep in your thoughts. And here's the dance platform. We have more balconies up here just for the characters to stand, look longingly out into the distance. And this is where the beast transforms. When you turn this flag, you can put him on this platform, spin it around, and he turns into his human form, although everybody preferred him as the beast. And up here is the rose, and we can turn this to see it slowly dying. Very, very depressing love story. We have lots of characters here, starting with Belle herself. Ms. Princess Belle, she's so gorgeous. She doesn't look exactly like her Polly Pocket version of her, so I'll accept it. And she's got her iconic yellow dress in this one. Then we have the beast. Lots of detail on him. Looks just like him. The ponytail, the bow, the blue coat, his look of disdain because he hates humanity. But he is just a poor troubled boy who was cursed by a witch. And he's got the hinge, of course. And this is Beast in human form. His name is officially Prince Adam. And the story is he was cursed as a boy because a witch came to him for help and he said no or something like that. So she cursed him to be a beast. Perfectly reasonable reaction when you're told no. Same outfit, although it happened to his ponytail. People had issues with him turning into a human, and honestly, so did I, because I was so attached to the beast by the end of the movie that I saw him as a completely separate character when he turned human. I also see this meme going around of Belle's reaction when he turned human, and it said something like, I'd have the same reaction too if I lost my handsome beast or something like that. But her expression was actually her remembering she saw a portrait of a man who looks like him, and then she pieced it together that that was him all along. She loves Prince Adam, okay? And so should we. Never settle for a beast, ladies. Then we have Gaston, of course. He has a sick pump, looking douchey as usual. Look at the detail on his bicep. There's actually a muscle separation there. Personally, guys, Gaston is my type. I'd hate to say it, but I'm Team Gaston. The only thing I didn't like about him was he was controlling and he was trying to tell Belle what to do. And I don't think a man should ever tell a woman what to do, but looks-wise, he's got it going on. If only he would work on his personality. And then we have Lumiere. He looks so cute. So much detail on him. The little flames, the little embellishments, and I love his face. And then we have Mrs. Potts and Chip. Again, amazing details. They look just like their cartoon counterpart. Does anyone remember a scene where there's a bunch of broken dishes and someone asked if they're supposed to be dead servants, dead castle staff? There's lots of dark stuff in this movie if you nitpick it. And this is Belle's horse. His name is Philippe, I think. Look at the detail on this. Modern Polly Pocket horses do not compare. They really went all out on this design. And he comes with a carriage. This is another broken piece. This is supposed to have a little extender so that you can put it in that hole there. So I guess when I said earlier that this came in pristine condition, it kind of didn't really, but it's pristine enough that these things are negligible. Everything else looks amazing and functions properly. Now we're gonna do the magnet mechanism. I'm just gonna put her here and we're gonna try to catch her with this. There we go. Let's start at her house. The opening sequence of the movie. I'm gonna put her to bed. Face down. I don't know how to get her to turn around, so a lot of the times she just kind of face plants. Let's wake up. We're singing, little town full of little people, waking up to say bonjour. I think Gaston's supposed to be here. Let me stick him on here then. I guess he's chasing her. It looks like she's chasing him. And then she goes to town, sings her songs. Everybody makes fun of her because she likes to read. Then she ends up in the Beast's castle. Ooh, that was fun. This one is not as smooth as Magical Movin Pollyville. I can feel her getting stuck. She dances around the piano with Lumiere. She can sit here, I think. Wait, what is this? I guess she just kind of stands there? I don't remember this part. The wardrobe opens up. There we go. She can go to the vanity. That's a nice, perfect spot there for her. she can sit in one of these chairs. I think it's this one. I think she goes this way. Oh, there it is. I don't know how to get her to turn around. Come on, turn around. She's always face planting. She can dance with the beast. Ooh, I like this. Kayla's oldest time. And then, who's supposed to be sitting in that chair? I don't remember that chair. And Cogsworth is back there. There's a little lever behind here, and he can just dance with her. We also have a little chandelier here that spins. I wish it would spin as she was moving, as they were dancing. And then the beast turns into Prince Adam. And that was the gorgeous Beauty and the Beast Magical Castle. I never had this as a kid. How many of you did? As a kid, I never actually saw any Disney Polly Pockets. This was definitely a new thing I discovered when I started collecting. I am so lucky to have gotten this in pristine condition as well. And honestly, a lot of the vintage Polly Pockets I got, if not 99.9% of them, are in absolute pristine condition. There were only a few I had to restore, but with this one, no restoration, no repaints. I just had to clean it a little bit. I gotta say, us Polly Pocket girlies take really good care of our toys. I love my sweet, gentle, feminine girlies out there who just want pretty things, want to display them in their room, not smash them to bits. I have lots more Disney sets in my collection. This was such a fun showcase, especially since I didn't have this as a kid, so I am definitely discovering this for the first time and playing with it for the first time. And I hope you enjoyed this nostalgic showcase as much as I did. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.